Faint lights in the distance, the thin line that separates your shadows from my soul. As these walls begin to fold, head lost in the silence, cold stars illuminate the
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talent League, Playday 3, Game 2, I believe, or Game 3? Game 2. And today we're going to have a great match in the Minor League. We're going to have Lost Souls versus Team Deira. And with me, I'm going to have the lovely Soul casting with me here.
Yes, hello. Quite a good one today. I might be a little bit on the side of Lost Souls just for, some particular reasons I will not mention. Anywho, it is gonna be a great match. As I will reiterate, if we take a look at both teams and what they've done in the two previous weeks, it looks like that Lost Souls has some, wins. They need wins in their column for sure, as they lost both
They
of their
don't have
matches.
some wins.
I know they need one today for sure, Looking at Daria, first week they didn't quite play. Week 2 they got in, they played against Phantom Phase, won 7-2 on Cafe. So it was interesting to see that if we go into our map bans here soon, it'll be interesting to see that Daria did ban Cafe to start. You know, I want to see where we're going. Everyone wants to see where we're going, and we are gonna go to Chalet today. I'm not sure if we've seen Chalet so far, um, but it's gonna
Pretty
be an
sure we
exciting
did.
one for sure. Oh, did you know who played?
No, I don't remember, but I definitely remember that we saw Chalet already. But I mean, yeah, hopefully we're gonna have an exciting game, and I know it doesn't look like that. And as Lost Souls, I mean, they're 13th right now in the standings, and they had 2 losses, and a lot of their losses are just complete stomps. To be honest, they just get 7-1 consistently. But I mean, hopefully they improved. Hopefully they learned, because they'll need to play against a pretty good team today. Deira is actually not doing too bad at all, and they're actually fourth in the standing. So it could be really rough for Lost Souls. But it's Siege, so you never know. You don't know how they're gonna match up on Chalet, especially because it's a new map, right? I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
new maps are that's that place where where these kind of teams are struggling. Sometimes they come in here in these new maps, newer maps, and they do some crazy strats or they just completely surprise the enemy team and or play unconventional. And you know it might get them their first win. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna start a game already, as all the players are in the lobby.
Yes, we're gonna get this underway fairly quickly here. Awesome. Let's just talk about what we might see in the operator ban phase. I might be expecting a Thatch ban. That's just a typical ban from now, especially in Siege comp. We'll see what Lost Souls. Yeah, we'll see what Lost Souls wants to take away. In terms of their last couple of bans, they have not been Thatcher. They've been Nomad and Jackal. So, on Chalet, I think Thatcher's the best ban here, but we'll see what comes out. And it will be a
Oh,
zero ban. Wow, interesting. Maybe
okay.
they're
I
gonna
mean,
force Daria to ban the Thatcher here.
maybe. I mean, usually it's advised that when you start on defense, you're gonna ban out the Thatcher, and I know it's so boring. And to be honest, frankly, I don't even want to see those Thatcher bans. So hopefully, we're not gonna have any here. Uh, but I mean, the attacking team might, yeah, they're gonna ban it. I mean, Thatcher is just an operator that is really hard to play against when you're in a defense, just because of the way the meta is played right now with all of the ADSs, the magnets, the shields, and all the utility. When you stack it together, it's so easy to EMP and just destroy it without investing anything into it, without burning anything. And when Thatcher is open, you just have to adjust. You need to kind of play very different. To be honest, you need to play more aggressive. You need to spread out your utility a little bit more. So the Thatcher ban at this point is just comfort. If the defense isn't gonna ban it first, the attacking team who's attacking first is gonna ban it just because they're not comfortable. They know that we're not when they're gonna get into the defense side of things, they're gonna struggle, right? So that's why they would get rid of the Thatcher, and it's standard at this point, right? That's what we're expecting.
Yeah, just interesting as Daria's gonna start on attack first. Maybe they can throw Lost Souls off with the Thatcher in play, but regardless, we'll talk about the defender bans real quick before we start this match. We see the Cade come through. It'll be easier for that Maverick to come into play. If they do decide to go bottom floor, we typically do not see Snowmobile being played, however. And the last one is a Valkyrie, just a comfort pick. Valkyrie is a strong operator, especially with the Nomad in play. It's smart to see the Valkyrie go away. It'll be easier for the defenders, or excuse me, the attackers, to just not worry about those cameras. But we do see a pulse in play, so we'll see how that works out, especially for this first bomb defense, the bar and gaming.
Yeah, I mean, one thing is that the Cade ban it's also very comfort heavy, but it stands out from just because the Thatcher is banned, right? They usually ban Cade as well on top of that, just to make sure that they're not hiding any Cade claws in any weird areas that are really hard to get rid of without a Thatcher. So Thatcher ban usually means there's gonna be a Cade ban, especially on Chalet and Valkyrie, as you said. She's just so strong on this map. And it looks like we're gonna head into bar first round here. Uh, not not one of the conventional sides to start with, in my personal opinion, but I mean it's definitely viable, and we've seen a lot of teams run it. So we're gonna see how it goes for Day right here on the attack, as they're probably gonna start here with a top floor clear. That's how most teams do it. And it looks like we're gonna have a Pulse here running around in kitchen, and just trying to, maybe get some information for his team.
Yeah, I think Ash already knows the location of this pulse bottom floor. Hazar of the Ash hears that UMP. They have the Z ping on his location. Some pre-fires coming in and a team kill. Oh, that's unfortunate. Already within 2 minutes.
Oh
That's gonna
no,
hurt.
that early in the round, definitely not what you want. But then again, they're gonna trade back and they're gonna get rid of the pulse. Actually, the only information operator on the defense here is Ash is gonna keep pushing through here through the kitchen into the main lobby area as Mozzie is gonna get another kill onto the Ibana, the only Harbridge in the team right now, and the attackers they're gonna find themselves in a bit of a situation here as Mozzie actually has the diffuser and is also flanking here.
Yeah, 4v3 situation, a minute left, and the defenders have the bomb, and just like that, as I talk, 4v2. Nomad is down from the smoke. So we'll see if, Team Deira can come back from this. Doesn't look like it, as almost a minute to go here. Defenders have the diffuser, they have the momentum for this first round. 4v1 situation. I think they want to take this time, have Sledge sit outside, maybe talk about what went wrong this round. Possibly, and recoup for the next one. As so far for Lost Souls, great start defensively.
Yeah, definitely a really good start here. 4v1 situation for Garen here, and he's definitely gonna struggle winning this one out. He has only 40 seconds to work with here, and he's gonna try to look for picks. I'm not sure if he's actually trying to clutch out, or I don't know. I mean, Teria got the easiest kill of his life there. I'm guessing the attack was just talking about the round there a little bit. On the attack, you just kind of need to use as much time as possible to maybe talk about the next round. Because you want to try and make sure that you're actually adapting.
Yeah, most definitely. As we're going to see a Master Office take for the second round in a row, we're going to see Aruni and Goyo. I was interested to see not a Goyo for that first defensive site, as you typically see someone roaming up top. As the attackers like to get that vertical control for that bar gaming site. However, I don't think that's how went, and it was unfortunate that Diarrhea got that team kill so early on, and it just really didn't play into their favor, right as the round started. So we'll see if they know or have some sort of idea on how to attack this site, and hopefully they know exactly who is who and they don't shoot their teammates. Yeah, most definitely. It's interesting to point out as well as Garen's going to take the Twitch this round, especially for these kinds of sites. Maverick might work, Cali might work, but they opted for the Twitch, especially. It might be a bit hard, especially with the mute in play, to get those shock drones into a place to try and clear utility as they need for Habana. But Ash might play from below. She might get some angles, as we already see her in the bottom floor. So she's just gonna try and catch out these roamers, try and go into that kitchen site, and hopefully get some breach charges from below to get rid of those mute jammers. Oh. No, yes. Yeah. I think I think what's happening is they have impact holes vertically, and I think that's how Bana got shot down, is through those impact holes you see there. Wamai trying to get off the pick, and does against the Ash 4v4 situation. Habana is still down, but got picked up finally. And we see Poison of the Nomad repelling, trying to find at least one. Everyone's just trying to hold these angles, see what happens. Yeah, 40 seconds left. Not looking too good as it's a 3v4 situation for the attackers here. A lot of people are on low HP. 2v4 now, 20 seconds left. Let's see if the defenders can hold this out. They only have 20 seconds. They only need to watch all the angles that the attackers are coming from. They have the location of one repelling, the Z ping coming through. Goyo, full HP. Oh my. 75 gets a good pick off. 13 seconds left. Bomb is down. 2v3 situation. Bomb is getting planted. 1v3 situation. Nomad takes down the Wamai. What a shot from the Goyo of Alplex. Bomb is down. Let's see if he can retake. He's trying to find some, at least one pick here. Shooting his Vector through the bathroom. Trying to just distract as much as possible. Nitro on the wall. Soft wall. Whoa! And unfortunately, he does not get the retake. Attackers take the round as it is going to be a 1-1 through 2. Great
Yeah,
stuff
they will be able to.
from
They will be.
Deira to just, take that round and see what they could do. The momentum was in Lost Souls' favor in the beginning of the round, so good on Deira to just get some things going on. Technical difficulties here as it's just going to be me and my beautiful voice, but I think we might be going to a rehost. I'm not sure. Technical break. So we're going to do a technical break here as, production side is having a little bit of technical difficulties. We will be back as soon as possible. So we might just throw it into a break here. Not 100% sure. Trying to get word from production. All right, we're going to take you guys.
Faint lights in the distance, the thin line that separates your shadows from my soul. As these walls begin to fold, head lost in the silence, cold stars illuminate the secrets on your tongue and the poison in my lungs. Every passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend, your labyrinth. as the doors behind me close. No cure for the madness, each turn tangled in the fear of losing sight of the slowly fading light. Where every passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend, your labyrinth.
Hello and welcome back to Talent League. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties with the stream on the production side, but we're back, and we're back to Deira versus Lost Souls. It's the third round on Chalet for anyone who needs to catch up a little bit. So hopefully all the players are in the lobby, and we're gonna head straight to the game as soon as possible.
Yes, everyone in the chat, don't worry, there are two casters. We're getting back into the game. It's Chalet. It's 1-1. We saw Lost Souls take their first defensive round on Bar and Gaming, and then the second round, Master Bedroom. Unfortunately, Lost Souls didn't have the same amount of luck. Daria took that round, and that's how we got here. If we just want to take a look at the last round before our technical pause, Lost Souls did have the momentum early round. Thankfully for Daria, they got things taken care of. Throughout the later round, they got the bomb down. It was a 2v1 situation, and unfortunately, Lost Souls could not take that round, as we're going to see where they decide to go for their third defensive hold.
Yeah, what really stood out to me last round that they actually played really well towards the objective. They got the plan down, if you remember, and they played a 3v1 situation very well. Didn't give him a single pick from what I can remember, and just very well played overall there on the attack. And if we're gonna see more attacks like that from Deira, I believe that we're gonna go for a pretty close 3-3 half here. And then, I mean, it's just gonna depend on what team is gonna adapt the most right now, because both of these teams, they already played 2 rounds. They kind of have a feel of how this game is gonna go. Now it's all about kind of adapting to your enemy, right?
Yeah, and I think we're seeing that adaptation now as Lost Souls is going back to the first floor, the other first floor site, kitchen and dining, and just taking a look at their operator lineup, it looks like a lot of denials happening here. We're seeing laser gates, we're seeing the Goyo shield, we're seeing the Wamai magnets, we're seeing the ADS, we're seeing the mute jammer. So that looks like a lot of utility clear for the attackers to deal with in terms of what they can use. They can use Nomad's flashes. They can, there's a lot they have to deal with, and it looks like they're gonna do the defenders, as in they're gonna do a top floor roam. They're gonna hold from the top floor. That's interesting. I have yet to see that for this bomb site.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, holding the top floor here is actually pretty important, just because there's so much vertical pressure that the attackers can do if they wanted to. So trying to make sure that you hold on to the top floor here, and also use the angles from the top floor towards the side to deny any possible plan, especially coming in from that trophy side. If they choose to just ignore the top floor and just go for trophy directly, you want these vertical holes to kind of deny that. And it looks like the attackers are actually going to clear the top floor, so they're going to have some struggles here with the mute jammers, the wall there, the reinforced wall and bedroom. They're definitely going to have some problems there, but it looks like they're going to run in from the AK, and Sneak Easy is going to get 2 frags just like that coming out of AK. He's going to take them both down, and he's not even dead. He's just going to get down. Mute is going to pick him up really swiftly here, and he's going to be back on his feet, ready to work. But as I say that, Ibana from behind is gonna come and get that mute, and Wamai from behind pushing in from AK, I believe, as BM. And Tomisk already have the top floor here, and I mean, they have a lot of time to work with.
Yeah, interesting. The defenders didn't get that hatch top floor for this specific site, but they do have the top clear all ready to go. The last couple defenders are in the site, hunkered down. Let's see if they can get that vertical control. I think, yep, as I say that, Luna gets a little bit of damage taken from that vertical control that the attackers already have. with a minute left, that's pretty decent control. They're going to try and figure out how they want to execute on this site. They're just looking for possibly another pick to make the execute a little bit easier. Sledge getting this vertical control. You know, they got the pings of at least one location of one defender. I think they spotted one towards that west side. Good intelligence so far from Daria this round.
Yeah, definitely good droning and good vertical work here. It's gonna enable the attackers to push onto the side here. It looks like Nate is gonna go out, but it doesn't look like it's gonna connect with anything over there. He's gonna try and toss another one out, but I don't think, yeah, that barely connected with anything. But as the defenders are gonna push through, Kern is gonna get a kill from above, and Alapex is gonna get a knife kill onto BM. I'm not too sure how that happened, as Jaeger here is playing with Goyo in a 2v2 situation, and now in a 1v2, as it's a triple kill for Debana now, and a quadra kill for him, make it a 4K to finish out the round. What a great play from him. Didn't go for objective, but nevertheless was able to close it out for his team.
Yeah, I think what the Team Deira saw there was that they had the momentum and advantage throughout that whole round, so they didn't really want to go for the objective. They kind of just went for kills, as that was the best play. They got all the kills they needed to win that round right out. We're seeing Lost Souls try and go back to that kitchen dining room site. Maybe they'll set up differently this time, as I think they should. I saw at least 2 Jaeger ADSs top floor. They should really try and use some of that utility clear for the bottom floor for the late execute. As you saw, 2 nades from Sledge go through, a lot of flashes go through. That really hurts the defenders with the late execute that we're seeing from Daria. So, maybe Lost Souls take a page out of their book here, and they say, you know what, maybe we won't want to position a couple of people up top. Maybe we want someone towards library possibly, or I'm not sure. But also another mistake I saw was the Mute trying to pick up that down player of Wamai, the Sneakies. He wasn't just aware that the attackers already had positioning, so it was 2 free easy kills for Team Daria there.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, what stood out to me the most in these last 3 rounds, that on the second round we saw that Deira was able to attack and go for objective, right? Finish the round on the plant in a very comfortable 3v1 situation when the Goyo had to retake Alopex on the Goyo. And the third round actually went for kills. They played a very different playstyle. They went for a very aggressive, very high risk, high reward kind of playstyle, and they just 3 attackers pushed in from the AK area. 2 of them died to Sneakies, and then Sneakies got downed, and it looked like Mute and Wamai just weren't expecting the Ibana as well to come out of AK, so she just pushed through and got both kills basically for free, as they were in the middle of the animation there of the pickup. And I mean, these are the kind of risky plays that, I mean, it's showing me that they have more than just one playstyle in their book, and they're ready to pull out a lot of different things here in order to win, right, on the attack. And that's what's important. And I don't know if Souls is gonna show us the same exact thing here on the defense, as they're actually going back to the same side. It looks like they're playing a very similar playstyle.
Yeah, most definitely so far. I did see that hatch reinforced, so, a couple things differently, but not too many, as we see 2 people top floor. Team Deira is trying to get rid of these roamers, as I hear some X-Kairos going off. Not 100% sure what Cabana's trying to get there. Oh, she's just opening up more of the wall into Master to try and get these roamers. Jaeger gets his first pick, 5v4. That's an Ash gone and away for this round. Interesting. What a great pick from Cayenne there. As it's a 5v3. Mute with the shotgun out gets another pick, and I think they're going to just fall back to site. Smart on them. The attackers will take the top floor, but with man disadvantage.
Yeah, Kayaksley and Mute, they're sneak easy now as well, doing a lot of work on this roam and just putting themselves in such a great advantage in a 5v2 here, just clearing out, basically killing all the roam clear that was trying to clear them out on the top floor, leaving the Harbinger and Baron left alive. And I mean, 40 seconds, it's it's gonna be crazy if they're gonna be able to clutch that, but it is possible if they're gonna start moving now. It looks like they don't have the fuser, but Garen has 2 nades. I don't know if he's gonna be able to make any use of that. As Kenxley is just gonna hold here on the side towards towards the side, maybe expecting some sort of push here. And it looks like, oh, Garen with a vertical play here is gonna get the Jaeger out of the way, and Yerky, another shotgun kill, is gonna get the kill on the Astro Stairs, as Garen is gonna push down the Solarium and try to maybe look for another one. But I mean, even if he gets this frag, he does get it. But I mean, this is just stat betting at this point, right? There is no way that he's winning it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, 4v2 with a couple seconds left. They barely just got bomb. Didn't look very well, as you know, that staircase for shotguns is a great staircase to have a shotgun. And we saw it there as Habana got taken out fairly quickly, and Sledge not too far after, but it was the Vector that time. And, you know, good on Lost Souls to fix their mistakes that last round, most definitely, as I think they're just really favoring this first floor, as they're going to go back to the first site they played this match, Bar Gaming. We saw a really good defensive hold from them that first time around. Let's see if, you know, Team Deira can get something going and possibly figure out how to attack this site, as, you know, it's 2-2. It's punch for punch as of right now. So, you know, I want to see who can take momentum with the side swap coming up not too far behind.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, no team has the absolute momentum right now. I mean, obviously, Lost Souls have won the previous round, but it definitely looks like they have a really good idea, a solid idea of what they want to do here on attack. And I mean, this map is pretty balanced. Actually, in my opinion, one of the only maps in the map pool that is fairly balanced between attack and defense. But still, attacking is always going to be just slightly a little bit harder in any map, in any situation, just because when you're attacking, you usually need to adapt a little more, and you need to come to the enemy right time is playing against you. So as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, Deira definitely has the slight advantage. They've shown that they're willing to take very aggressive plays to make sure that they are actually winning these next rounds. So we're gonna see what they're gonna come up with here, heading towards the bar area attack, as they already attacked this previous time around, and it looks like they're gonna go for a different approach.
Yeah, looks like they're trying to attack this library side with the Sledge and Thermite. Trying to take control. Doesn't look like they might be able to, as there's 2 people in the way of them taking that library control. Jaeger here on these back stairs towards the bookcase area with a, you know, deployable and 2 ADSs. That's gonna have him hunker down here for a lot of the time. 2 minutes left. It doesn't look like any of the attackers are in Chalet so far. They're just trying to find what the best way to go about this is. It looks like they might go towards this kitchen area, but, you know, good for Lost Souls so far. They have a really spread defense, as we see the first pick come in. Minute 45 v4 situation.
Oh, BM, he's gonna
goes
push
Sophia.
through.
Yeah, 4v4. Wow, what a great push from BM there.
Bro, just like that, pushing through, kind of flanking the defense there. I mean, very well played by him, and getting a really important frag for his team, as Kingsley is still on the roam here. I don't know if the attackers are aware of him. It looks like he's looking maybe for a pick on the basement area here, but I mean, he's not gonna find anything because there is nothing there. You will see a drone here that will spot him as well, and he will shoot it to make sure that he's denying as much information as possible, and he will keep on with this roam here, as the attackers are actually getting really ready for this execute. And it doesn't look like the Jaeger is gonna flank any time soon, as Garen is gonna get some shots towards the side here. 50 seconds on the clock. Poison is definitely getting ready for the execute as well, and they just need to see how they push through here, right? They just need to make sure that they're moving through and past enemy lines of sight, and maybe trying to go for this objective. It looks like Kingsley is gonna catch Ibana off guard here on the main stairs, and it doesn't look like that anymore, as he just pre-fired, and she definitely knows where he's at now. Ibana is gonna aim towards that little closet, small room area, and she's gonna get shot by Kingsley on that Jaeger. Poison is gonna trade back. He knows there's a player in the small room, and he won't be able to get it. Actually, Axe with a prone. What was that even? I don't know. Like prone killed, headshotted him instantly. Anyway, Sneak Easy and pulls here in his 2v1 situation, and he has to plant, and he won't be able
Wow.
to. Axe is gonna get another frag down on the floor, and he will be able to secure the round for his team. That was actually insane play by Axe.
Wow. You know, in terms of being a defender locked in the smallest room of Chalet, and you couldn't get the kill, that is unfortunate, but great stuff from Axe there.
And he's playing the UMP, man.
Yeah, yeah. He's showing what the UMP can do there in that small little closet area. Surprising to me is there is a window right behind him. He can get the easy kill and possibly pinch him from the outside. And they
Also,
just decide go for it. But
yeah. Also, like another thing, yeah, there was the window there and everything, but they were running out of time, and they kind of had to
very
kill him
true.
really fast, right? So I don't think they
Yeah.
had time to actually rotate out and get to
True,
the
true.
window and try to kill him. But still, I mean, he managed to kind of reposition himself constantly, and then he went prone, and I know we didn't see his point of view, but it looked like a drop shot. It looked like a dirty drop shot. You really dirty drop shot at Karen. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, yeah. You know, so far, so good for Lost Souls these defensive rounds. I think they're doing a great job of having and making Team Deira just do a late execute. Yes, so far, you know, Deira has taken 2 rounds off of kills and 1 plant, but they were all fairly late executes. So, you know, I think that's boding well for Lost Souls if they can just keep the man advantage in their favor and just hold the site. I think they have a good chance of taking a 4-2 lead here.
I'll tell you what, they definitely have a better chance than the previous games, as they were only losing 7-1 previously in a previous playday for sure. I'm not too sure about the first one, but the previous playday they lost 7-1 and 7-1, so they're already doing better here. Lost Souls gave us 3 rounds here, and that's actually a little bit. Maybe that's more than we expected, and I think they can be happy with this. Either way, they definitely made some improvements to the team, and that's the important thing, right? Improving over time here, making sure that at the end of this experience, you're in the middle or at the top of the standings. Yeah, of course, that's important, but also making sure you're getting that experience improving here, right?
Yeah, exactly. And these match points for Lost Souls will do wonders as they are 0-2. So a win here would boost them up the rankings as, you know,
Kensley.
yeah,
Oh
4v5.
no!
What a nade from Hazar. Wow.
That's a great nade, actually, and I'm pretty sure one. At least, no. We had a rehost. I wanted to say it was his first kill in this game, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know this. But anyway, it looks like Hazar is gonna breach with his Maverick the bedroom wall, and is gonna make some space for Poison to also hard breach here, as they got rid of the utility there. I think it was a mute jammer, that was not, yeah, definitely a mute jammer that was denying the wall. As Sneakies is gonna trying to get aggressive here on the window, and he will be able to actually get a kill off of that, as he will get a double now onto the Ibana, and he will put himself in another situation towards that half wall to maybe get another frag here. But Poison here is in front of him and is kind of ready to get this frag here. As Ella is surely gonna pop out, and she won't be able to get this frag, as Garen is gonna get that kill for his teammate as well.
Yeah, to note, the bomb planner on low HP, it's gonna take 1 shot from this mute. He's gonna go through the smoke. There's a plant going down. Does he know the location of Poison? He doesn't. He doesn't take any shots. Anx trying to help out his teammate here, going through this rotation. Oh, what a nade! Oh my god, 2v3 situation. Bomb is going down now. Garen trying to launch this bomb planner.
Oh no!
Oh, and he gets the plant not off. Garen is down as well. 1v2 situation, 20 seconds left.
Effectively a 1v1 situation here, as Alopax is against BM here, and BM needs to make a move as Garen is down on the floor. The player did so much for his team, but never mind, he's gonna get picked up, and they're gonna push forward, they're gonna shoot the push, and then BM is gonna finish it out for his team. The attackers are gonna put another round on the board, and we're gonna finish the split in a 3-3 half.
Wow. Unfortunate that the Goyo shield was facing the correct way for Sophia. And I think, Goyo there had good positioning towards that piano. He had the angle through that breach that Poison did a little bit earlier in the round. If Goyo just sat there, if he just sat there and just waited, he potentially could have gotten that round win as the bomb was still down. There was only like less than 20 seconds left there. So, interesting plays. Good on Team Deira to get that round a 3-3 half. So that's great. We'll see how, the side swap affects both teams, as still we see no momentum leaning either team's way. But we are seeing the basement defense for the very first time this match.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time that we see the basement here because Lost Souls just didn't go there in the entire 6 round rotation that they played on defense. And maybe to their detriment, I'm not too sure. I guess Dira is gonna show us. Maybe they figured something out on basement here that is just working better than on the other sides. I mean, as far as I know, basement is not one of the popular sides here. I think it's a strong one, but it's definitely harder to defend than, let's say, for example, bedroom, just because there's so many walls on the side that are pretty easy to breach, like that snowmobile wall, or if you have garage, big garage control, for example, you can go for the other side and like kind of sandwich the defenders, right? Make sure that you really pummel them into these very hard positions to frag out of, and it's just very easy to choke the defenders on side. And I'm not even talking about the fact that there's so much vertical play on this side that, I mean, you kind of have to roam, right? And it doesn't look like that's what Dara is doing right now, at least not a particularly heavy roam, as there are 3 defenders in the basement. And Lost Souls are going to go for a pretty one-sided push here onto the basement area. And it doesn't look like the defenders are ready for that. Never mind, it definitely looks like someone is staring right at that door and is even shooting back. Azar is pre-firing that door. Zofia knows that she can't pass through. And that sneaky play that she was maybe going for is not going to work anymore. So they need to change the approach here a little bit. Maybe try and breach one of these walls, right?
Yeah, exactly. But they didn't bring a Maverick, so it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to try and get this, horizontal push going, as we see that Mute Jammer on that right side towards the barrels. I believe. Oh, the
We're
Mute
gonna
Jammer
go out.
just got
I'm
taken
gonna
out.
connect.
No connect Nitro. 5v4. What a great pick from the Nomad there to get started off with a minute and 30 left. They need to start thinking about that execute. Are they going to get a wall open from the Habana? We'll see.
Definitely a good opening here.
Yeah.
Definitely a good opening here, but in order to push them to the side, they have to get rid of one of these Mute Jammers to breach one of these walls. Or, I mean, getting rid of these shields is good, but it's just not enough. There is no way that they're just pushing through the door. At least I don't believe so, but maybe they're going to prove me wrong. Gas Canister is going to go out. The defenders know that all the attackers over there. Sneaky is going to get another kill for his team. Is he going to get a frag onto the side? And he's going to be taken down by Garen. Great shot there with SMG-11 there. And Garen is going to be peeking here towards the breach. There are 3 attackers there, and he knows this, actually making 4. And he will try to maybe connect to SMG-11. High fire rate shots towards the breach there. Flash is going to go out. Another Buck is on the floor, actually. Angst is going to be down on the floor. His gas canister is going to poison him. He's going to finish him out. Poison living it up to his name, getting a double out of that.
Ooh.
And Garrett, another one with the SMG-11.
Oh.
It looks like the SMG-11s are doing crazy work here, as Ganksley is in a 1v2 situation. 20 seconds on the clock here, as he's going to be looking towards the shield. He's going to maybe not see the defenders on the floor. SMG-11 doing work. SMG-11,
Yes.
2 smoke canisters, double kill with that smoke canister, and 3 kills with the SMG-11 from Garen and Poison. The Mute and Smoke are just locking down the site.
Yeah, the SES brothers on the defender side definitely did work that round. An unfortunate push from Lost Souls. They didn't really have any sort of control anywhere else other than towards that big garage side. And it didn't work out very well for them, as the defenders were ready for it. Everyone was there. Everyone was waiting for those angles. And you saw how it happened. It was just not the greatest execute from Lost Souls there for their first attacking round. We'll see if it bodes better for them. For this master bedroom site, we see a 6 pick away from the castle to a Goyo. Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we saw the previous round is actually what I was talking about, that the side is just so hard to defend just because there are so many walls that you can breach that are basically denying, giving you direct line of sight towards the very important rotation areas and anchor areas on the basement side, right? And we saw actually Sneaky to get a double kill there through that hard wall that Ivana actually managed to breach. So we definitely saw some of that, but they just didn't reach enough. They didn't do enough work. They didn't pressure enough on these hard walls. They didn't do any vertical pressure on the side, and that basically meant that they had to like fumble through one door. And there's just no way that that's happening. All these smoke canisters and the shotgun players, the SMG 11 players, those anchors are ready for you to push for that door, and there's no way that you're making it work. Although you're trying to abuse a little bit the weaknesses of the side. You need to do it a bit more, maybe go and rotate, look on the other side. So hopefully Lost Souls is going to try and adapt here, learn from their mistakes, and maybe push. I want to see them push from two different sides here. I don't want to see them fumble through one door again.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, once you have control of one thing, have a couple of attackers fall off, go somewhere else, try and get another line of sight, help the initial push. But, you know, Hazar already on low HP, so good shots from Alloplex of the Nomad through the window, getting some utility. I believe that was an ADS on the top stairs there.
Yeah, Alopex is really cheeky here, really patient with these rotates. He's really doing the job of the Nomad. To the best of his abilities, he's gonna get a kill
Oh!
through the barricade onto Poison. That's your smoke player going down. The smoke player that had so much impact the previous round got a triple kill there. Two of the smoke canisters. And these smoke canisters are nowhere to be seen now as he's dead on the floor. Hadar is gonna go for this flank, but he's gonna miss a lot of his shots. And Buck, the Enks, is so aware of
Oh!
Azar now, but it doesn't matter because Azar is gonna make sure that he lands his headshot onto the Buck player there, and he's gonna put his team in a 4v4 situation. He's gonna equalize a little bit, and we're already halfway there, halfway on the clock.
Yeah, you know, decent refrag potential from Hazard. You know, unfortunately, no one was helping the Buck try and clear the rummers. Downstairs, Sneakies is the closest person trying to just wait for this rotation of the Malusi. But I don't think Malusi is going to give up this control, so it's going to be difficult as, you know, Kyan upstairs taking a lot of damage. And Sneakies does get the kill. What a headshot from him. 4v3 situation. He does get the bottom floor control. One of his lifeline impacts. On top, they do get a breach off finally on the master wall. 44 seconds left. They had to think about the execute here quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what's crazy to me is we're constantly see these attackers kind of flanking the defenses. It's supposed to be the other way around. Every single round, almost we saw that. But I mean, right now, BM is gonna try to hold on this piano area with the shield, with the go shield up. And Sneak Easy is gonna go down on the floor, and Kiangxi will try to contest here with a nade and 1 HP. BM is actually full flashed here, and I don't know if he's getting pushed. Um, Point of view is actually a little bit hard to see, but it looks like
Uh-oh.
he's behind
Uh-oh.
enemy lines. You will be able to
Oh.
deny the plant as Yana is gonna take him down, and the attackers are gonna actually win it out just by, I mean, just by killing the defenders that were peeking to deny the plant. But that was to their detriment. I mean, maybe they shouldn't have been peeking after Jaeger got that kill on the planter. I'm not too sure, but maybe they do manage to get there in time and finish that plant. That round was a little bit hectic, but towards the execute, Lost Souls was able to win a lot of these gunfights, majority of these gunfights actually, and trade back and win another round for themselves. So they're gonna put themselves in a 4-4. We're really neck and neck here. These teams are just not letting go. They really want this win.
Yeah, definitely a scary situation there in the dying seconds of the round for Lost Souls. You know, I think uh BM could have made the call, you know, saying, "Hey, I got the planner. Don't over peak anything." You know, with what was it, less than 10 seconds left, you could have tried and retaken the site there. The attackers were, you know, low HP. They have to try and scramble to try and get the diffuser down once again to win out that round. But unfortunately, didn't that call wasn't made, or maybe they were just too afraid of the plant going down once again. So they tried to over peak, over challenge, and win out that round. And Lost Souls were ready for it, thankfully. And they tie up the round once again. As I'm just gonna reiterate, punch for punch, one again. No momentum so far. We see the castle coming out. As we saw him 6-pick last round, we're not gonna see a smoke from Poison. They're gonna try and do what we saw from Lost Souls, um, in their defensive half. They're gonna just hold up this top floor area, see if Lost Souls can take out these roamers. As I'm not sure how it's gonna go.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Lost Souls is I don't know if they're gonna go for the same side here, attacking here the same way. As Anx is actually gonna push the same exact thing. He's gonna sneak up here. I believe it was through the basement here, and he's gonna end up in the bar and pool area. As he's just gonna look for stray defenders there that are just rotating through, maybe trying to flank, the attackers. So he's gonna do a little bit of a flank watch with that buck.
Yeah, so far, no roamers downstairs. I think the whole defense is set up for the top floor, as they are top floor, trying to hold that master bedroom once again, or master office once again. As Buck's just trying to get as quicker execute than last round. As they only had 40 or less
Ooh,
seconds left.
Anx!
Wow, and a quick pick with
Definitely a good pick there onto the Melusi that was, I believe, trying to flank. So him doing a great job for his team there. And the attackers are actually going to go for the same side, attacking the same exact thing. And Anx is going to do a little bit of vertical pressure here. That's a little bit risky because he doesn't know exactly what's going on below here. Chalet is a big map, and he's going to give that up. Him and Nomad are going to push on with the rest of the attackers. They're going to go for this one-sided take on the bedroom side towards the breach here. And if Ibana is going to be able to breach that wall, I think they're going to have a good time here trying to clear out the piano. Just because they have a little bit more manpower here, they're going to stack up this utility and they're going to try to get rid of these shields, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, so we're going to move on towards execute here, 50 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the Lost Souls know the location of at least one piano, one in this office area. Poison down to a low HP. It is a 4v5. They did get the breach open. Dry, Unlost Souls, making the execute into sight. 30 seconds left. He does have bomb. Are the attackers going to make enough noise? Is he going to go for the plant? Ooh. He might after that pick off onto Poison. 5v2 seconds left. They really have to think about the plant. Right here, right now, there is a flank going on. Garen down below. They are going to go and try and see if he can get the flank or the roamer
Garen.
Away. The nitro from below. 6 seconds left.
Just gunfights back and forth here. Sneakies is gonna try to clutch this out, but there is no way, there is no time. And this round went to Team Deira as they won on time. I mean, that was a crazy round. The C4 that came from below, I believe, and the pistol kill there from Sneakies. I mean, that was a great round. To be honest, I'm not too sure what happened there to Lost Souls. It looked like they kind of failed to go for the execute here, as Deira was expecting that, and they really did their best to flank and use their utility, use their C4s in a correct way to deny this attack completely when they were getting close to the execute. So really good read here from Deira, really good adaptation, and to me it always looks like every time Lost Souls is kind of onto something here, Deira is always adapting, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Hats off to Garen getting that late flank off, getting the bomb planner of all people with that nitro. Great stuff. That was definitely the swing of the round. Him taking that risk, taking that sneaky play, and he pulled it off. He got 3, if I'm not mistaken, possibly 2. It looked like 3.
I think
regardless, it was crazy stuff
it
from
was
Garen
really good
on
play.
Boyo. We're seeing them go downstairs once again. As I'll give this to Lost Souls. They did a decent attack there, but we still haven't seen anything from them saying, we're gonna go from 2 ways. We're gonna attack from 2 ways. We're gonna get initial control towards library, then we're gonna try and figure something else out. Yes, they did have bottom control. Yes, they did get some breaches open to try and get that plant down. But once again, most of the defenders were ready for that execute. They were ready in the certain angles they have to hold for the the attackers need to go through, and it's just not looking well. Poison might go for a cheeky run out here. He's hearing at least 2 or 3. Let's see if he might.
Hey,
X gets the first. Yeah, he
another
gets the
opening
first
kill,
kill.
Franks. Yeah,
And
another opening kill
unfortunately,
here. As he got the previous opening kill in the previous round as well. And I mean, as you said, I definitely agree with you there. Lost Souls, they're really struggling to get these executes going, even once they have the man advantage, right? Enks got the previous opening kill and they still struggled, and that's because they're usually just stacking towards one side. Like you said, we want to see a little bit more action spread out. Maybe try and flank a little bit. Maybe try and push. Just you don't even need to flank. You can go for definitely a textbook play, but just go and push from 2 sides, right? You have that snowmobile wall. As Garen is gonna get another kill here, he's gonna answer back. He's gonna take Kiangsley off the board here. Garen is the man for his team right now, and he's doing a lot of work as Hazar is gonna also help him out here, and he's gonna take Sneakies down.
it doesn't look well. Looks like the Team Deira is taking the momentum they had from that last round and running away with it. It's a 3v4. Lost Souls does have some time left. I believe the defenders just opened that patch up as what a shot. 3v3, almost a minute left. That really helped out Lost Souls this round. Ooh, and Poison off 3 situation. 1 minute left. Angst is on low HP. I believe one is roaming up top towards the master side. It is Poison, so he did get that pick off.
Maybe Poison's gonna try to do some damage here with a shotgun, and he will be able to. That was insane, Poison. He pushes on to Anx as Anx is pre-firing around, just panicking like that, and Poison is just gonna take him out with the shotgun, leaving the Raiki in a 1v3 situation. 40 seconds. He has the fuser, but he doesn't have a lot of time to work with here. It's definitely doable, and Ibana has a great gun that does a lot of damage with a great fire rate here. So great for taking these duels, but not a lot of bullets here, so he needs to count his shots. As he takes one towards Goyo, and he won't be able actually even to land the kill onto the Goyo, as Poison is just gonna answer back with the shotgun. Again, just peeking wide, making sure he's trading back and forth, just getting these important frags for his team. Poison is doing so much work on the defense. Once we move to the defense, Poison is just an entirely different player. He was the support player, I'm pretty sure, when they were attacking, and now that he's allowed a little bit more freedom, he's just showing his real prowess with that shotgun, with that game sense, smoking the enemy players when he's on the smoke, or flanking them with the shotgun consistently, and just getting these duels that he constantly has the advantage on.
Yeah, and they're going straight to match point with this momentum. They decide to go kitchen dining, the first time we've seen them go first floor, actually. So it'll be interesting to see what the setup looks like. Are we going to see the same thing from Lost Souls? Potentially. It's just unfortunate. They do, like you said earlier, they do get that first pick off. They do a really great job getting the initial push into the actual map, trying to gain some control to get that execute going. But once the execute starts to unfold, it just goes to not the greatest scoreline for Lost Souls there. And what could they do differently, especially with Daria on match point? I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, and I mean, with Garen fragging out like that, and Poison just really waking up, coming into his own on this defense half, and now on the Maestro, I mean, I'm really curious what he's gonna do with his SMG, with the Alda, as we see just Poison every single round, just getting these double or triple kills for his team to close out additional defensive round, and Garen just running around, fragging everyone that he sees. So it definitely doesn't look too good for Lost Souls right now. They have to adapt their attacks. They need to make sure they're attacking a bit differently, because they're way too predictable right now for Deira. They're already got a feeling of how Lost Souls is attacking this, and they understood that they're usually stacking operators towards one side of the map, and they're just gonna be focused on that now. So you need to throw them off.
Yeah, and I think what's happening as well on Lost Souls attack, as we see so far, Angst on that buck is alone on the other side of the map as, three of them are trying to take control of this top library side. Nomad is outside the piano window. So they do have control, but, one straggler. And we'll see if Angst does decide to fall off with his teammates or possibly get that first pick once again. But I'm just really concerned about the execute for Lost Souls. I'm not really concerned about how they deal with these rules.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you should be concerned about. Is they're usually always struggling towards the end of the round on that execute, trying to push onto the side. Is usually not that strong part. They actually doing good on these opening kills, and as I say that, Kiangsi is gonna prove me right. He's gonna get another opening kill for his team. 5v4 for them again, and we just need to wait and see if they're gonna be able to use it well this time.
Yeah, there's one more player in the bathroom. Is Kiansley gonna know? They're gonna drone it out. That's good. They need to have that intel. They're just waiting, trying to see what they can do, see what they can find. A minute left. They want to start thinking about what they can open up and how they can execute towards the site. But, so far Team Deira is doing a great job of just holding Lost Souls, taking as much time away from them as possible, as I think they figured out that Lost Souls have not the greatest time trying to execute. They are struggling, you know, almost 40 seconds left, but Angst, wow, headshot
Thanks,
on the BM.
yeah, another kill for his team. There is repelling on that window, and Garen will try to take him out. I don't know if he will be able to, but he will be able to put a lot of damage onto him, and he puts a lot of damage onto the Rebana as well. Both of these players are half HP, as that DMR is doing a lot of work right now, as Garen is gonna try to run back towards the side and hold on to the execute here.
And, the attackers have full control of vertical.
Alopin
Ooh, okay. They have had.
is gonna get that kill towards the side, and Ace is gonna get another one, a double for him, and he's gonna finish out the round, a flawless one for Lost Souls. So it's gonna make it a 6-5. And again, it's the really, really close game, but Lost Souls is still one round away from losing this, or one round away from overtime, right? So all the pressure is on Lost Souls right now. Team Deira knows that they have this overtime secured. Looks like
Yes,
we're gonna have a
and
little pause here, as maybe even a rehost, as it looks like, as most of these players are leaving the lobby. I'm not too sure what happened there, but I guess we're gonna be back to our lovely faces here, and that's good because we're gonna have some time to dissect a little bit what we saw,
yes,
and the viewers
exactly.
will get to see us. So that's great for them. I envy you.
Yep. Yeah, I think what happened was there was a sound bug that last round. Potentially, that's why Lost Souls did get that flawless round. Not 100% sure. Haven't gotten quite a word from production yet. However, like you said, let's dissect what we have seen so far. We've been talking about it a little bit while the rounds are going on. That last round, I still don't think I've seen a clean execute. I don't really think that was an execute for Lost Souls. They just kind of got, lucky towards the end of them trying to get that objective down. But I'm not sure that I've seen anything where they were actually set up, ready to go, and get something to where it favors them in the latest of rounds. Really, it was just Team
They had a
Daria
vague
not being
idea.
in the right position.
They definitely had a vague idea, right? They were holding, excuse me, they were holding the right angles, more or less. They were holding the right angles, they were covering each other, they were making sure that they're in position to trade, as they always are. Actually, that's what they're doing good. They're always in position to trade each other, they're always close to each other, and that's one of the positives of their playstyle, right? They're stacking players together, they're making sure that every time someone dies, there is always an opportunity to refrag. If they do it, if they end up doing it or not, is that's up to macro positions, hitting your shots, etc. But I mean, in terms of in terms of the idea of how they want to play, they have a pretty good idea. They need to bounce it back and forth a little bit more. They need to change it up a little bit more. There's no way that they're just doing this same exact kind of attack every single round and kind of letting Deira already get a read on them. And that previous round, as far as I'm concerned, the main reason why they won that was because of the side choice. They still had a very similar attack as they usually do. Just this time, they kind of went for the top floor and they went for the vertical play. But I don't see them doing that, for example, if they're attacking basement or if they're attacking bedroom, right? I don't see them going from below like Deira did. If you remember, the
Yep.
back player constantly going below, creating that pressure or holding these flanks from below. I don't see them doing any of these things. This time around, they did that just because of the side choice. So I'm really curious to see. I want them to to prove me wrong. I want them to go to a different side. Go for a different attack on a different side that is gonna give them a better chance, in my opinion, to win this out.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is just a lot of, solo play. I'm not looking at it and seeing much of a constructive team going at, each and individual round as we saw from Daria when they were on attack. Attack is more of that um play where you need to work more as a team than less as a team. And defense, you can be a little bit more strenuous and try and do different things and go on your own potentially, but trying to make and execute onto the site the defenders are holding, you really need to have your communication on lock. You really need to know what you're doing. And the interesting thing I come out of it is, for Lost Souls, they decide to go with the buck. um, I'm not, Buck is a great operator, especially with the skeleton key, but he's been falling out of pick rates in terms of, competitive. We have seen, in terms of, when we were seeing Daria on attack, we saw, the Ash come into play a lot easier to get off those, certain vertical plays you need, especially for that master bedroom. It's kind of like a shoot and forget. When you have that skeleton key out, you're a little bit more vulnerable. Yes, Inks on that buck is doing a great job. He is getting those initial picks, most of those attacking rounds.
But you can get those with any operator. It's not about the buck at that point, because he's
Yeah,
just winning down
exactly.
fights or holding the flank down, right? I mean, for me, Bach is a good operator, depending on the map, right? So on Coastline and Chalet, he could be really good just because there are so many opportunities to do that vertical, to make sure that you bring that vertical pressure towards the site in order to execute from below, from above. That's a flexibility that Bach gives you as opposed to Sledge. So, for example, on a club, right, like on a clubhouse, you don't need more than a Sledge. He's bringing you good guns. Some would say maybe worse, maybe the same as Buck, but good guns nonetheless, definitely average or above. And he's bringing the SMG 11, two nades, and he can do all the vertical play that you need on Clavos because you don't need to actually breach anything above you most of the time. So, and whatever little things you do need to do, Zofia or Ash will do it. So that's the flexibility of the buck there. So for me, it's up to how they're gonna use the buck, and they're definitely not using it correct in the correct way, at least. The way I saw they're using the buck, I'm pretty sure we saw they're using the buck. I don't know if I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm mixing up things here with the rehost and everything, but I'm pretty sure we saw they're using the buck, and I'm pretty sure that we saw them use it to a better degree, right? To the best of his ability, doing playing around that buck a little bit more, maybe buck playing around the team. But regardless of that, they just utilize them better, right? So if you're
Yeah.
not gonna do that with buck, you just bring another operator. You can bring Ash, Sophia, Yana, Zero, whoever it is that is gonna give you the utility that you wanna play with, right? Just bring in the operator. You don't have to play operators that the best EWL teams are bringing. The thing with creating your own playstyle that is comfortable for you, you'll figure out what operators do you want to play and you're comfortable with using their utility, and you do that, because that's way better than taking the optimal operator on paper and not using his abilities at all, right?
Yeah, and the playstyle I've seen from, Lost the Inks of Lost Souls doesn't seem like a Buck style player, in my opinion. Buck's a little bit more of a supportive operator. Yes, you can use him to frag, especially like you're talking about with that comfortability of an operator. If you're comfortable with them, use them. However, I think, like you were saying, there's better operators to choose in that in that certain situation, someone else that is more of a supportive style player can run the buck. If you really need the buck, have someone else do it. It looks like Angst knows what he's doing in terms of getting those first picks off and being able to gain some sort of momentum early round for Lost Souls. So as we see it again, he's picking the buck. I think it's just a comfortability standpoint, but maybe they want to have a discussion on who runs the buck from now on. I think he might be a better Yana player, possibly a better Sophia player.
I mean, that's interesting to me that you say that, just because I mean, in the past, if you remember when Buck had nades, he used to be your constant pick on
Yeah.
almost every map, right?
Yeah.
When he was bringing those nades, and he was your second fragger most of the time. So you would have
Yeah.
Ash or Zofia. Back then in the meta, I think Zofia was a bit stronger, so most teams would run Zofia in tangent with Buck. So Buck would be your secondary fragger, and some of your strongest players would play that operator because he has a great gun if you control the recoil, and he used to bring those nades. But now his role is, yes, it's a little bit more supportive, it's a little bit more focused, just like Sledge, towards just making that vertical pressure, right? And Yana and Buck are, for me, are operators of the same category in terms of they both fit into a flex role. Now
Right.
you can use them both as fragging operators. So you can say, okay, Ariana is gonna be our second entry or our second fragger, or that's gonna be our buck. You can do it one way or the other. I could argue that Yana would actually do it a little bit better, just because she has those nades that you wanna hold on to, and she can she has extra drones with that ability for her teammates, extra information. So you don't want the Yana to die in early. You want Yana to be one of the last ones to go into the building, right? Um, so the trade-off is that Buck is gonna be used as a fragger, and then you're losing some of that vertical play if you're actually losing him early. But then again, it just depends on how you want to play it. Maybe you don't want to
Yeah.
run the Buck at all. Maybe you just want to run Ash and Zofia. That's completely fine as well. But I mean, okay, enough about that. Let's see. Maybe they're gonna surprise us. Maybe they're gonna adapt. They're attacking onto the basement here, and it looks like they're gonna go for the same kind of attack as Sneak Easy. We've already seen him in this exact situation. I believe this is the third time that we see him in this exact situation. He's just sneaking in towards the basement door there, as Hazar is gonna look for these stragglers, the attackers that are maybe not as close to their team. As Poison is actually gonna go down. I didn't notice that one. As Kangsley is gonna get an opening for his team here. As I said, Lost Souls have been so good. The previous 4 rounds, they've been getting consistently the opening frag. We're putting the opening frag on the board, and hopefully this is just gonna give them space to make sure that they're bringing this to overtime. But as I said, that Garen is gonna land the C4 onto the Yana player there. Onto the Zofia player there. Is gonna go down on the floor there, and Azar is gonna get another kill. I believe on the flank, as Anx is gonna refrag that 3v3 situation here for the attack, and all the pressure is on them. They're playing for match point here, for overtime here, and the defenders are playing for match point. They're playing to win this. So the pressure is definitely on Lost Souls here. They again pushing in on one side here. They're gonna try and fumble it with this one breach, one door, and push onto the side. Hopefully for them, these defenders are gonna pick them, and they will be able to get these frags, right? So
Yeah.
Flash are coming in, and they're gonna try and burn out utility for these shields.
Yeah, it was unfortunate to see Sneaky side, but he did get both Goyo shields, so it's going to be a lot harder for the defenders to try and hold this site, as, it seems like a lot of people are on low HP except for the Buck of Angst and Garen, the mute, that we're seeing right here. The only thing that I'm really concerned about is this deployable shield you're seeing up on that desk. And as I'm talking, the Goyo is going to get picked up. He was getting shut down. Ooh, okay. So they don't decide to try and push in the site. Only 15 seconds left. They do get the initial pickoff that they need. 3v1 situation. Garen, the last player alive, with full HP. No nitro in hand, however. They get the plant down. They have full execution. What a great execution so far from Lost Souls. 1 second left. And there it is. We finally see it. Finally see it after
The attack that worked.
they actually worked. The execute happened. And just like that, it was a draw, 6-6. You
Uh,
know,
a draw
wow.
here. I'm not too sure if this is supposed to end like this in a draw. Shouldn't we be going to overtime? Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. But anyway, 6-6 nonetheless there. And as we said in the previous in the, actually in the second round, I think you said that they really played neck and neck, right? They were so close in terms of trading back and forth, making sure they're getting these rounds, and really answering back uh, in the right time in the correct way. So Lost Souls was able to get this draw, and Deira is not gonna go out with a win here. I'm unfortunate for them as they were leading 6-4.
Yeah, I like to see it from Lost Souls though. They finally didn't take a loss. They finally, crawled back, gave it a fight. We finally saw something out of Lost Souls that wasn't a 7-1. At the end there, we finally saw a really great execute from them. They finally, you know, got everything together that last attacking round and clutched it up, got the draw. Unfortunately for both teams, that's not really going to help them out with league points and where they are in the standings. However, it will look better for Lost Souls as they won't go 0-3. They will finally go 0-1-2.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a better score than last time around as they lost the previous time around. Um, the two previous playdays they lost 7-1 and 7-1. So definitely a better one for them. I don't know if they're gonna be happy with that, but at least it's not a loss, right?
Yeah.
And there are it definitely hurts a little bit. It's a strange conclusion to this. I mean, drawing like this after you're leading 6-4, not being able to go to overtime and kind of make sure that you close out the game, right? It's just it leaves definitely a bitter taste in your mouth. And as I say that, I mean, what can you do? These are the rules, and you need to try and play a little bit better next time around to close out these rounds if you want to get these points.
Yeah, most definitely. It is unfortunate that Daria had the momentum going into the later half. It's just good that Lost Souls took that momentum back into their hands as we saw the draw happen. Um, it, just good stuff. I can't say it enough. It was just a great match to see. Punch for punch. No one really taking a win there, so it was awesome. Can't say it enough. Good stuff for Lost Souls. Hopefully, we see a win here soon. Um, yeah, can't praise them enough. And for Team Daria, good stuff from them as well. I want to see them take that initial momentum and just run away with it. However, as you were speaking on.
Yeah, definitely. And I believe that's the end of the of our play day for today. It was a great match. It was a draw, but it was a great match. It was a lot. There was a lot of back and forth, and was exciting to watch. The end was a little bit underwhelming, but I mean these are the rules, right? So we're gonna end it here. It was great casting with you, Soul. It was
Yeah,
a
you
great
as
match.
well.
It was a great match to watch, and hopefully we're gonna have more of these, just not the draws.
Yes, exactly. And don't forget that this season 5 is sponsored by Howling Media. Thank you so much for sponsoring Talent League and everything you do. Everyone in the chat, thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to follow at Talent Rainbow 6 on Twitter. Also, if you have friends that missed the match, we have posted our VOD on our YouTube channel at Talent League. So be sure to send that over to your grandma, even if they're into the Rainbow Six Siege. That is all from us. Thank you and good
Thank you,
night.
guys. See you next time.